The New Orleans Pelicans dropped their first loss of the season. Now, why did they lose? Let's dive into that right now with the Pelican Scoop. Cue the music.
This is the Pelican Scoop with Jordan Kitchens, breaking down everything under the sun about your New Orleans Pelicans. Smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to stay on top of your Pels content. Now, running point, here's Jordan.
What is good, everybody? It is your boy, Jordan Kitchens, the host with the most. And yes, I have my black on because my Saints are officially dead. So regardless of the fact I'm rocking with my boys, but yes, that's why we rocking the black. But anyways, the New Orleans Pelicans, they have lost their first game of the season. It's over. It's over. They lost 101 to 99 to the Miami Heat. And it's the preseason. Let's pump the brakes. Let's pump the brakes, guys. Like, yes, granted, when you play a team, it's a lot of things I didn't like from watching the game. Some things I did like. But regardless of the fact, it's the preseason, and I ain't gonna say you got to take everything with a grain of salt. But again, they're going to get better. It's going to improve. I mean, it was a huge layoff. Adam Silver, can I talk to you real quick? I'm not talking to you right now. I'm talking to the guy behind you, Adam Silver. Yes, Adam. What's going on? I know it's the preseason, right? But why did the Pelicans play on Monday and didn't play again until Sunday, and they play in Miami? I'm not trying to give no excuses, but when I don't know. Well, also I don't know how long they've been out there in Miami. If they went out there earlier, they went out. I don't know. But usually when teams have a little layoff before they play the Heat, or the Lake, or Houston, who they play Tuesday in Houston, which is tomorrow. They have a lot of time to dive into extracurriculars, but that's neither here nor there. So the Pelicans, they dropped their first game to the Miami Heat. And got some takeaways, guys. And really my biggest takeaway is too many turnovers, and it's a damn Congo line to the rim. All right. Now, granted, with the turnovers, when you play a coach of Eric Spoelstra status, a Hall of Fame coach, a Hall of Fame defensive-minded individual, the Miami Heat defense is very tricky, right? I'm not a basketball, X's and O's guy, guru, but I just know they run this type of matchup zone, you want to call it, where it's weird, all right? So that lineup, when you're dealing with the Heat, man, it's gonna be tough, especially when you have a team that hasn't really played together yet. Like this team chemistry is not all the way there where I ain't gonna say where you want it to be. It's the preseason. That's just how you build that chemistry. So obviously the chemistry is not there yet. So the Pelicans had I'll read some stats off to you. So there was 24 turnovers for the Pelicans, 15 from the Heat. You lost the turnover battle. Points in the rim. Points in the rim. Points in the paint was I was talking about, attacking the rim. The Pelicans had 42 points for the Miami Heat had 56. So and then the 56 might be a little misleading because it said 56. It felt like 80. It felt like it was a Congo line. Like first they got past the first line of defense and it was just easy every time. Easy lays, It's a lot of what I was griping about and a lot of other people that cover the Pelicans and a lot of fans have been griping about, if you're not going to have a real center, you're not going to, invest in that and you want to invest in the small ball. Look, well, this kind of a byfactor of that, right? Daniel Tice, he's not a rim protecting. He's not a Wembanyama or Jaren Jackson Jr. or Jared Allen. Like that's not his job, right? His job is to space the floor, honestly, and to be a small ball big. So when you have teams that can just get past that first line of defense and, they don't have to worry about a rim protector waiting on them, it's a Congo line. These are NBA players, man. It's not like these are 5'11" guys, 5'10", 5'8" dudes. Like these are 6'5", 6'6", 6'8" people. So, and it's a Congo line to the rim. So you lost the points in the paint battle. You lost the second chance battle. You had 4 second chance points to not the Pelicans, to the Miami Heat's 16. You lost the fast break battle to Pelicans had 15 fast break points. The Miami Heat had 30. And you lost in steals. The Pelicans had 8 steals. The Miami Heat had 15. That goes into the turnovers. But, all in all, Zion had a couple pull-up middies. His midi looked real good. Finally, we've been waiting on that, Z. We've been waiting on you to shoot that, buddy. It's preseason. What you work on, take those type of shots. But, Zion looked okay. Honestly, guys, Zion has looked really good. He's looked really good for these past 2 games. I'm not even gonna say he looked okay. Zion has looked really good. I'm not going to sit there and jump on the Zion train that this is the best best condition he's looked and all this. Like, no. I'm not going to do that this year. Let's just play ball, right? Another guy that looked really well, a guy that Malcolm Hill. I'm just flat out and just say it. Malcolm Hill. He looks really good. He might be playing for that 11th, 12th man off the bench, but his past 2 preseason games, he's was caught my eye. He's caught my eye a lot. So I think Malcolm Hill, he might be one of those guys that end up making a roster. I'm not even talking like a 2-man. I'm like two-way, not a 2-man. I'm talking like 12, 13 man off the bench. That might have to do with a 2-way contract. I don't know. So yeah, Malcolm Hill, he looked real all right. I mean, you shot better than the Heat. Shot 45%. The Heat shot 41.5. So that just goes to show that the turnovers and the points in the paint and second chance points, that just came back and bit you in the you-know-what at the end. Snake bitten. But it's the preseason. Yes, it's a loss, but it's not a loss truly, because like none of this counts towards anything. You're just working to get better, and I'm seeing the team get better. Now, when they play the Rockets tomorrow, like I said, that's the ultimate test, but that's going to be a very good test, right? A very good test. Western Conference opponent, you're going to have to play them 4 to 5 more times this year, and their divisional opponent, so you're going to have to play them, I think, 6 times automatically. I'm not too sure, but I know you're going to play them over 5 times this year coming up. But the Rockets is going to be upcoming team. If you listen to my previous videos when I did my dark horse race and my top teams in the West, definitely put the Rockets in that consideration. Around the 9-10th range, fighting for that play-in. I think the Rockets will definitely be hand in hand in that running. So the Pelicans are going to have a test, and you're in Houston, so it's a double test. The rebounds, what a lot of people want to get at. You tied the Heat 48-48. So it wasn't like you were getting dominated on the glass or whatnot. It was just more to deal with just too many easy opportunities. That's what I'm really getting at with the, points in the paint. Those are easy attempts. So too many easy looks that obviously led to points. So Friday, I was going to drop a video about Herb Jones with what Sham said, and I recorded it, and it was corrupted. So I'm sorry about that, guys. But basically, to make a long story short, Shams over the weekend, on Friday, he reported that on the Pat McAfee show that Herb Jones is beginning a lot of run at the 5, right? Now, if Shams speaks, you listen. He is the NBA insider. It's not, Woj. No. There's no more Woj. It's Shams. So when he speaks, there's a lot of validity behind that. It's a lot of, you have to take that into consideration. So I thought it was kind of idiotic, if you want my point. Why would they take their best perimeter defender who just made first team all defense and put him in the paint not 6-man to guard big men, but the positionless basketball, whatever you want to call it. So, and when you're dealing with positionless basketball, that really just goes into you're a lineup by matchup. Right? You don't really have a consistently set lineup. Positionless basketball is, all right, well, they have this guy, so we're going to start this guy. So lately you've been seeing a lot of Daniel Tice. What is it going to look like when they play a team like I'm going to assume that Jokic, I guess it'll be Daniel Tice. I'm trying to think, because Carlo, can one of you guys comment down below, why hasn't Carlo been getting any burn? I don't even really remember him playing yesterday. Maybe played a minute or two. I feel like he barely played in the first preseason game, so I don't know exactly what's going on with Carlo, because the reason why I'm bringing up Carlo is because Yves Missi, he's looked real raw, but that's what Bryson Graham and David Griffin expected him to look like. Missi had 4 blocks against the Heat, but it's a work in progress, right? You can tell this guy has just started playing basketball, damn near 6 years ago. No, it might be less than 6 years ago. He just started playing basketball. So he's got a long way to go. If you play the NBA 2K video games, the way I describe Missi at this point, he's raw, right? 60 overall, no attributes, no court swag, no VC. He's trying to get his VC right now. No tats, regular shoes. So Yves Missi is just a real the rawest you can get, right? I seen he had a nice little, pick and roll, give it to him, let him go finish, but it's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a minute till he's ready to go. But they know. David Griffin and Bryson Graham, they spoke at media day. That was basically like, yeah, we're gonna take him along slow. We don't expect him to just pop, but if he does, we'll give it to him. If not, we're gonna take it slow and take our time with him. But all in all, man, it's the preseason. it's the preseason, guys. Right? We're not sitting here gonna be like, oh well, it's over. You know, it's the preseason. They're going to get better. They're going to keep improving. Things were a little alarming. You know, it's a lot of shots in the paint at a very high clip and turnovers. Granted, it's the Heat. Not every team plays defense like the Heat. Not every team has Eric Spoelstra. So that's one of those things you might want to take with a grain of salt. But the attacking the glass and the points in the paint, that's something to pay attention to. Even though they was the same amount of rebounds, 48 to 48. But this has been another episode of the Pelicans Scoop. Thank you guys for tapping in. Like I said, the Pelicans, they play again on tomorrow, Tuesday, around like 3 o'clock. So I'll have that video ready for you guys on Wednesday. And thank you guys for sticking in for another episode of Pelican Scoop. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, comment some video ideas you want me to do, whatever you want me to break down. Just, I mean, if you just want to talk to me, let me know. Like I said, I'll talk back. All right, I'm not nobody crazy. I mean, you know, I'm not no celebrity, right? I'm just a normal person that just want to talk ball with people that want to talk ball with me. And other than that, man, just keep the Saints in your prayers because it's over with. So just pray for them boys in black and gold. And thank you guys for sticking for another episode of Pelican Scoop. I am out. Peace.